Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Minecraft. The splash screen promises millions of peaches. I promise you no such thing. I don't even know if there are peaches in this game. But if there were, I don't have a single one yet. I am here on the ocean, so where are we at? Negative 2400. The monument's at negative 1984, really negative 2K, but I really like the book, so it's easier for me to remember that way. But I was driving around on my boat, as one does. There's a very, very tall, huge nether portal over there, maybe the biggest one I've seen naturally generate in the distance, but I didn't mess with it because I was coming to this beach, but there's orange and reddish stuff going on there and jungle, but then I looked to the other side and I got distracted because it looks like there's like a little miniature mushroom kingdom over here, which if I've seen one before, I certainly don't remember it. So I'm just gonna go this way and see what's going on here. Like, are these actually giant mushrooms? Do they do they have castles? But the closer I'm getting, it certainly appears to be made out of mushrooms. That is interesting. It is mycelium on a bed of dirt. So the whole thing is the mushroom stem, brown mushroom block. Yep, it's all just what it looks like. It's possible I ran into one of these places whenever I was playing on easy survival and just didn't recall. But all right, yeah, that's pretty unique. Not a lot going on here. I guess what we'll do is just these are just the normal brown mushrooms. We've already got some of them. Well, we will take some samples from this side, not from the bigger island. Yeah, it's just dirt underneath it. Perhaps it turns back into it. We will see. But the magnificent shovel just churns through. We mine this with an axe. Yes, and quite quickly too. You know, I probably need Silk Touch because I have just broken it to no avail, and I don't think I brought a Silk Touch thing with me. Yep, it breaks very quickly, but just into constituent mushrooms, so makes me feel a little guilty for breaking it. Maybe if you plant mushrooms here, they could potentially grow into larger ones. That'll be a place for further study, but well, not a ton going on the island, but it looked pretty cool, and I wanted to get it on video. Now, the truth, which is that I invariably will lose a boat. No matter what I do in the whole world, I will misplace the boat. Only I don't think I brought any wood with me because I was not intending to misplace a boat. It's gonna force me to run around the island attempting to find it. Here we go. So, you know, a little underwhelming, but it's just a small little chunk. So perhaps, you know, if you get a larger one that's not in the middle of an ocean all by itself, it ends up being a little bigger. But that's still pretty cool. Have to build some sort of research station around it unless we find a bigger one somewhere. But back to the originally scheduled programming, which is to go in this direction. Got a little something here. Interesting colors. You don't anticipate to see that sort of color blocking going on. So we've got cut sandstone to polished granite and diorite, sort of checkerboard thing. They're definitely trying to get our attention here. That's not a native formation. I don't want to crack the lanterns. Ah, a chest. Magnificent. So we get a book of projectile projection, a little bit of wheat. It's not that great of a chest, but that's okay. And with my extended water breathing, I can definitely mess around underwater much longer than before, but not forever. Certainly not forever. Well, that's a little cool thing. Looks like there's another underwater monument right here, but there's just really a wealth of interesting stuff going on in this direction. The vast ocean, and then we've got. I just wanted to take a look at this one because it seemed a little unique. It looks like we've got like large walls on the outside. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. This is the one I should have been excavating. I mean, are you looking at this? It's got a huge wall that goes all the way around in the first place, so you don't even have to worry about draining that part of the ocean. Very nice. We're not going to raid it today. We came for sand, and sand's what we're going to get. But definitely a thing to think about in the future as we go in this direction. So we've got another nether portal. No, this is the original tall one. That's right. I just got distracted by mushroom land in that direction and didn't even notice that there was an underwater monument because it was sort of blocked from view this way. But I didn't explore. Should go down and raid the chest at least. But it looks like there's a lot of gold here. We got 2 blocks there, 1 block up there to be decorative, and it's massive. I mean, this is 4, 8 blocks aside. Quite a huge nether portal. Certainly, I don't think it'll be the largest one we'll ever find, but I do anticipate it being an honorable mention. Speaking of honorable, there's nothing more honorable than acquiring every gold block you see. That is what a real explorer does. Just trust me on that one. Here's the chest. Curse of Vanishing. I bet that won't stick around too long. And a couple flint and steels. We don't actually need any of that stuff. I could have left it. We're going to leave one of the flints here. That way, if we ever want to come back and light it, we won't discover that we don't have a flint and steel and search back in memory to remember that I'm a saboteur. But what began as a simple quest for sand has led to many discoveries, and here on the other side of the beach, like a nice little coral reef itself. You know, I'm going to poke around the reef a little bit. Maybe there's something here that creates bubbles. And we can use that for an elevator. What are these things called? Fire coral. That's a... Did I see the word bubble? Alright, it says bubble coral blocks. But there aren't any... That's just particles. Those aren't air bubbles. We're not getting any lift. No lift from a sea cucumber. This reef is gorgeous. It's just absolutely stunning. But I need to break several pieces just to get samples. Alright, so when you crack it, you get a dead block, a dead tube coral block. So definitely would have to have silk touch or something to make it safe to mine the coral. That's important to keep in mind. I am not going to get samples today, but I am going to lose my boat. This is the sort of behavior that led me to discovering that villagers would get in my abandoned boats. Because invariably I get distracted. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my boat and go to the field and farm some wheat. And then instead of taking the boat back to spawn to feed the field of 1,000 cows, I just run there because I'm on the side that's close to it. And I figure, you know, what the hey, no big deal. All we'll have to do is, you know, make another boat. And so I do, and then before I know it, I've got like 12 or 15 boats. All right, so this is a proper desert? I think so. What's the biome? Yes, a proper desert. There are... Oh, look at the little bunnies. There are little jumping rabbits. They are having a good time. We're gonna leave them alone. You know, there's no need to bash the first bunnies that we see on the head. But I am gonna take cactus samples because this is too far to be growing on its own. And what we definitely want is to increase cactuses because that is how you get green dye. And you can never have enough things. So now what is going on? This is red sand. You know, couldn't have said it better myself. But we're just going to get a bunch of it. It's really quite lovely. And then, is this orange terracotta? All right, now we're in business. I might stay on this beach forever. Is this still... Okay, this is called a wooded badlands. I don't see a lot of wood, but the sand... I did know there was a place with terracotta because I had been rewatching early videos after getting a comment. Well, not the whole thing, but, you know, just shifting around. But I did not think I would run into one today, but that is very nice. All right, so this is a place to come and get a bunch of red sand and orange terracotta, which will be useful information for building. It is... No, not creative mode. Coordinates mode. Negative 600, negative 2200. So it's actually quite close to where we'll be building. It's just sort of right out of eye. Then we've got light gray terracotta and red terracotta here. We're going to get some free samples there. And then was that white terracotta also that we've got? Yep. All right. Well, wonderful. We've got access to 4 different kinds of terracotta. We're going to just drill down a little bit more, see if there's anything beneath it of different sorts. And then just normal terracotta underpinning that. So it's like it goes through color gradations a little bit. Well, awesome. I'm going to just ruin this place. It calls it a wooded badlands. Perhaps the dead trees... Dead bushes are what the wooded portion is. But yeah. So it goes on, not very far at all. Not very far at all. It looks like then there's a split with the river, and then we get just a slight continuation of it on the other side, which is pretty vivid, very very interesting how the colors go from the greens into the oranges again. And looks like now it's raining, so either the rain started or we moved to a different place where it had already been raining, one or the other. Okay, that is the answer. So here is the river. Yeah, this is the river biome where it is raining, but then we're back here in the wooded badlands, which is probably the original body of that one, just segmented by a river, and so it's not raining here, so that's pretty cool. And then just finding so many things. I was originally only coming over here because I wanted to get some sand, and now I am learning about rain. And what's this? Looks like a lantern. It is a cuckoo. All right. Good news. We have discovered cocoa. That means we can make chocolate chip cookies. And was that brown dye also? Excellent. Excellent. I had bought some from a trader, so I knew that's what it looked like. But I did not know how to make it myself, and now I do. So that is going to be great. We'll need jungle wood to grow these dyes on. I've never explored a jungle before, so I've only just seen a couple jungle trees. But all right, yeah, that's what they have going on here. Do they have any native animals that we might see? Just gonna run around a little bit, poke around the jungle, see what's going on. Green vine, bamboo. Ah, bamboo. Indeed. So with bamboo, we can make some stuff that needs the crafting table. We'll figure it out later. But that is awesome. I wonder if there are pandas. You know, after I say it out loud, I can tell that there are probably going to be pandas. And that means my new quest is to... Ooh, a melon! So from melon slices, I get melon seeds. And okay, so that'll be the loop. A cow, but I've seen a cow before. These, normally I'd be happy. I'd be like, oh, hello, cow. But, after the bamboo, no cow will satisfy. We're just going to poke around the jungle a little bit more. Oh, the vine. You can climb the vine up the tree. You can climb the vine up the tree, and this is a giant tree. So, pretty interesting. We're just gonna George of the Jungle it here. And where's the hoe? There we go. So looking out, it'd be better if we were on top of this this very large jungle tree. It's a 2x2, so now we know that I need to do just a study of the various trees and figure out which ones can grow incredibly tall. Because this might be a special case, but no. So yeah, there's definitely other tall jungle trees going on. So we just need to. Is this a special jungle? Nope, it's just a normal jungle, not an old growth one or anything. But from this vantage point, we can see that you can't really see too much. Bunch of flowers over there, huge expanses of jungles in the distance, but well, this was informative, and I am happy to be here. I just need to get some samples of saplings, and then I will oh no, I'm gonna die. Never mind. I have feather falling 4, and that's good. That's real good. All right, we're just going to leave the dirt there because I'm not a very good steward of the natural environment. You hit bamboo on the bottom and it all falls down. That's theoretically how it works, but if y'all have ever tried to get rid of bamboo where it lay, you'll know that it's not always quite that simple. But this is nuts. Okay, so it might just be from the axe having fortune on it. But we're getting an absolute ton of melon slices. And that makes me think that... Yeah, that was like 6 melon slices from one melon. And you put melon slices together to make a melon. Did I just discover an infinite melon machine? I'm gonna have to have a crafting table to figure it out. We'll go to the beach so I don't lose my boat. Haven't seen any animals in the jungle, but that's okay. It's it's bordered by a bunch of other weird chunks, so I'm not giving up hope that we'll find jungle animals eventually. But I am giving up the right now to do I have wood on me? Yes. All right. So with the logs, 16 exactly. Very nice. Make a crafting table. The crafting table, in classic fashion, we will make a couple of chests, even though we only really needed one. And then when we find our boat again, I really should have just made another boat. But when I think about it, it's got to be over here where the red sand is, right? Or over here where the sand in general starts, right? I should have made another boat. Because what I was thinking was, okay, I'll just simply pick up the boat. I'm just gonna make another crafting table. You can't hold me down. No one can make me be more responsible. All right, there's a boat. There's a boat with a chest. We're just going to jam all this junk in there because, the point of the expedition was originally to do what I'm about to do now, what I promised long ago, and we're just going to rip up this beach. Because the amazing thing about this shovel is you don't have to try very hard to make magic happen. It won't take you too long at all when you have an efficiency 5 diamond shovel to mince up a whole beach of sand, and then all you have to do is pick up the blocks that you didn't get when you were running around sort of aimlessly. I shouldn't say aimlessly, for what is a greater aim than the acquisition of mass amounts of sand? There are those who would say that it's in hearing the lamentations of various people. Some people in the past really like to steal horses, but me, I think if you get locked into a serious sand collection, you'll see that all those other people were a little mistaken about the meaning of life, and they could have had all of the happiness they ever needed by just grabbing a shovel made out of diamonds. I'm sure those are freely available, and just going to town, finding a beach, and eliminating it. You might get sued by, the person who owns the beach, or you might get free sand. As with all of my advice, I must tell you this is not legal advice, and you probably cannot use diamond shovels anywhere. It would not be safe. I don't know if anybody would protect you. They would probably just take your shovel, but it would be like you know you don't want to carry too much wealth around with you. I think if you had a shovel made out of diamond and then someone took it, people wouldn't want to blame you to your face, but not so secretly. They would be thinking that dude sort of had it coming. He was always bragging about that stupid shovel. Anyway, have you seen the amount of sand that he just casually has? There's something wrong with him. Maybe we should get him off the streets. And that's how it all starts, because people are very judgmental sometimes if you just walk around with various diamond tools. I assume that's why most people keep them at home, out of sight, in their garages, where they belong. But I'm glad that I finally figured out enchanting. So on this run, we're just gonna get a ton of sand, and then, I have little cycles I'll do. I need to build a nether portal so that I can more quickly get home. Every time I go to the nether, I get lost, but if I just go in with, a principal goal of building like a slab highway in the sky from nether portal to nether portal, because you move much more quickly in the nether. Am I maxed up? Almost. All right. Excellent. But anyway, that is how to destroy a beach in 3 or less seconds. And now all we got to do is get back in the boat and mosey on home. And that's how to go on an adventure. We learned that you can't just hit coral. We learned that you can absolutely just hit cocoa and bamboo. And how to make quick work of a beach. That little Badlands thing, I don't feel bad about ruining it because it's pretty small. I'm probably going to go and mine just every inch of it until we get down to stone or whatever underlays the terracotta layer, because, well, I love me some terracotta. And I actually haven't shown off the Spruce Island in a while. I have been working there, not tons, but here and there. I just need to get all of the dyes first for the big reveal of what I'm working on. I don't want to. I don't want to do it halfway. The people deserve the high quality content that they've become used to here, and so I'll make sure that I'm finished with the project, or at least lightly finished before I return. But just here's the exploration. This is what I spend my Minecraft time mainly doing. Is just holding forward, looking around at the sea, and this is quite an interesting spot. I have a dolphin there. If I didn't have stuff in the boat, I would jump out right now. It's hilarious how quickly I swim because of the Depth Strider third level enchantment on my boots. It really goes all the way. But this is the progress that we've been making. It's not amazing, but I would call it, considerable. We've got entrances on the two sides. Been growing a couple more cactuses down here. Every single villager fell down. Every single villager fell down, but they're all better now. And these guys, their toes might get rained on a little bit. We've got a bat here in the middle of the ocean. That guy's bed, I need to move it. I forgot that one was down there. But we just put a little glass here, just a glass roof, so that they can still contemplate their monastic choices, the nature of the monument, the nature of our lives as it relates to the monument, and indeed the nature of our lives independent of the ocean monument. They can all be pondered here, uh, far from home, beneath the stars, at the top of the ziggurat. And as the bat flies around, so too will I. It's time for me to get ready for my day. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Minecraft.